Welcome back to the Gold Newsletter channel. Welcome back for a breaking news special. One of the companies we've been working with very closely had some fantastic news out this morning. They finally won their lawsuit. They got their asset back, and it's huge news. The stock is reacting very positively this morning off of that news. It's up about 47% last time I checked about 2 minutes ago. So very, very accurate. And we have the EVP here joining us, Doug Cavey. He's the EVP of Defiance Silver. And Doug, congratulations. And I think the first time I met you, you had hair.
Yes, it's been a long 2 years. I think I've knocked about 10 years off of my lifespan with this one here. But thank you very much, Kai. Yeah, we're quite happy to have that decision. I mean, we did have of course, a positive approach to it, but it was a long process going through the judicial system, and we had no control over timing. So. Pleasantly not surprised, but the timing is interesting with the financing being open right now, and just having to kind of field a lot of information.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's dive into Tepal real quick. You mentioned you couldn't work on it. You couldn't do anything with it for like 2 years until that title was settled, of course. But how significant is Tepal to the company? How significant is Defiance?
Well, Tepal's it's a large project. It's a large advanced stage copper gold asset that has been worked extensively. It's got a lot of drilling that's been done on it. It's been kind of a cornerstone of the company since its acquisition in late 2018. So of course it really hit the company hard when we received the news that the fraudulent transfer occurred, and so we were very pleased with the outcome of the court system, and we did have faith in the positive ruling, and so it's a significant asset for us, and I think that you're going to see a lot more information come out about Tepal now that we can work it. As you said, we haven't been able to for a couple of years now, almost a couple of years here, so it's been a slog, but very, very happy to be able to get back over there and start to really showcase what that project is.
Yeah, fantastic. Unless I remember, quite a bit of resources on the project as well. So we'll talk about that at a later point in our lives. But I'm sure you've had a plan or a work plan ready for Tepal in your drawer, just waiting for that decision. What do the next steps now look like following that decision by the court?
Well, we have. We've done quite a bit of internal work on the asset itself, because we've always felt that there was going to be a favorable decision in favor of Defiance Silver. So we've done a lot of desktop studies. We've done a lot of work on the sort of geologic potential, geologic modeling, and we do have quite good targets that we're going to follow up on, including there's a hole that's 188 meters of a gram gold and 0.5% copper that will of course follow up, because it's quite a deep hole into the system. It's one of the deepest holes into the system, and it's really showcasing the porphyry potential there. And then just follow the same kind of steps that we were looking at, like how do we advance this project forward? So how do we de-risk this project so it can become one of these premier Mexican projects? And it's been there before, and I think that we're going to have some success getting there again.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, now finally you can run with it again and use it properly. I remember us doing interviews like, Kai, I can't say much about it because we don't know. I remember that. It's very frustrating, to be quite honest, because again, as you mentioned, it is a big project. It is significant to the company. One other thing, Doug, and you mentioned it in your intro a little bit as well, is you have a private placement open right now. So I do have to ask, because I asked you that previously as well before hitting record. Like, how does the news now affect the private placement that is currently open? It is a bit of unexpected news. Of course, it is material. You can't sit on a court decision and wait till the financing is closed, obviously. So how does that affect that private placement right now?
Well, I guess the shortest answer possible is we're just going to have to wait and see what happens over the course of the trading day today and tomorrow, and just see how the stock reacts to the news. We did, of course, we confirmed pricing with the exchange on the financing when we originally announced it last week, and we'll have to just kind of see how the stock performs over the next couple of days. It is a significant and very material source of news for the company, and so I think that we'll be better sorted to answer that question in the next day or two. I mean, the stock's only been off the halt for like 10 minutes now, so.
No, absolutely. I had to ask, because I've asked you that the same thing this morning. It's like, what does that mean now? Because I know investors have committed funds as well, and if the stock rallies now, do you even have to consider maybe a repricing, which nobody wants, of course, because they want that bargain now?
Yeah, it's just too early. We have to see what's happening over the course of the day, and then of course we'll update if necessary.
No, fantastic. Doug, we can wrap it up here. It's a breaking news special. We really wanted to talk about Tepal. I think we'll see probably an announcement in 9 days from you as well that the appeal process potentially has been won as well that nobody appealed. And then you might lay out some work plans for Tepal as well, I'm guessing. Is that correct?
Yeah, we'll probably be able, and we'll be in a much better position to outline sort of what our, what the next 12 months look like for the asset. We've been, sitting on our hands, and we have a lot of, we got a lot of work to do to really get this back to the place it was 2 years ago when we were about to start drilling on that project 2 years ago. So we'll lay out our strategy, what our strategy is on the asset, how we're going to kind of move it forward in the next 12 to 24 months. And that'll come, in the coming weeks here. We have a lot, a lot on our plate with the financing as well, but we do really need to demonstrate how this is going to really positively affect our shareholders and what we're going to do to really unlock and de-risk the value of the Tepal asset.
No, fantastic. Doug, we don't need to talk about Lucita and the Panuco project right now. That'll just muddy the waters a little bit. We should focus on Tepal today. That's why it's a breaking news special. We'll get you back on maybe around PDAC or just before PDAC, when we have a bit more clarity what is going on with Tepal as well. We can do a bit more of a corporate update in general as well. Really appreciate you being available. I know you're in Mexico right now, so I'm sure Fiesta's in order later today as well, I'm guessing. So based on that decision. So I'm kind of jealous because I've been to site and I know a good time can be had there in Zacatecas. So Doug, thanks so much for being available.
It's a very real part of the world, very real place if you want to be looking for a big silver system here. So yeah, we'll be pleased to give an update to everybody on what's happening here in Zacatecas as well. And we're just going to keep pushing these two projects forward and continue to drive that, the value creation that we've been doing over the last 2 years on these assets, 3 years on these assets.
Oh, fantastic. Congrats again, Doug, and we'll have you back on soon. Everybody else, thank you so much for tuning into Gold Newsletter. This was a real quick and fast breaking news special here on, what do you call it? The reacquisition or the court victory here for Defiance Silver. It's very, very meaningful. Go through some old documents. You'll understand why that is. It is a big project that is being added back to the Defiance Silver portfolio, and now they can work it again. It should unlock a lot of value, in my opinion, here for the company. The stocks are already reacting positively, up over 40% as we speak. So we'll see if that continues, and really appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe and like button for more breaking news specials coming up. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back with more.